So guys, welcome to the 10th episode of my FIFA 16 Leicester City career mode. To kick off today's episode, it's actually a double digit episode, so now we're on the double digits. We're on episode number 10 of season number 1. To kick it off, we have, in my opinion, the biggest signing for this career mode series. EMBOLO has signed for Leicester City, 76 overall at the moment, 18 years of age, 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. This man is a beast. I've used him in my previous career modes, not YouTube career modes, but career modes that I do on my own when I don't record for my YouTube videos. A career mode that I do on my own, and he's a beast, and I cannot wait to use him in this Leicester City career mode. You guys know that I want to do 4 or 5 seasons with Leicester City, and EMBOLO is a man for the future. You guys did see his stats. He's only 18 years of age. Guys, go ahead and click like on the video if you do go on to enjoy today's episode. Go ahead and drop a comment down below, and make sure also click that subscribe button. We will be having the transfer deadline day, a couple of games, and today's episode is a bit of a longer one, heading into say 16 minutes in today's episode. And you guys know that every Sunday is Super Sunday of career mode, so coming up this Sunday we will have another 20-minute special of the FIFA 16 Leicester City career mode. But as you guys can see, we are heading into the first game of today's episode. It's at the Emirates against Arsenal. Welbeck, Mesut Ozil, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sanchez, Ramsey, Flamini, and there's a couple of players to name from the Arsenal side. You guys can probably tell that this is not a Premier League game. This game against Arsenal is actually in the FA Cup. So in the FA Cup, coming up against Arsenal, I have started a weaker side for this game. You guys did see the likes of Albrighton. Up front, we're going to be starting Charlie Austin. There has been a few changes to the side, but I really think that this side could still beat Arsenal here at the Emirates. But Arsenal did take an early lead in the 17th minute, as it was Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain down the wing. He crossed it in. It was Dialat tried to clear it out, but as he went to clear it out, Mesut Ozil was right there. So when he went to clear it out, the ball fell to Mesut Ozil, and he did put Arsenal 1-0 in the lead. And Arsenal did play well during this first half. You guys can see in the 31st minute, Aaron Ramsey, who is on the ball, he takes a shot, only to be denied by Schmeichel in goal. So Arsenal in the first half of this game were really dominating us, and they really couldn't find any attacking opportunities. But as you guys can see in the 59th minute, we do have a free kick. We play the ball wide to Schlopp. Schlopp is going to continue his run down the wing. He's actually going to cut inside, and you guys can see he's going to squeeze past those 2 defenders, still going, skips around another defender, takes the shot, and in the 61st minute, it's Arsenal 1, Leicester City 1. We've now leveled it at 1-1 in this FA Cup game. It's 1-1 at the Emirates, and could we pick up another goal to win ourselves this game and push on into the next round in the FA Cup? The FA Cup is a competition that I really do want to win here with Leicester City. It is going to be a very hard task to win the Premier League. We are sitting in the top 4, but it's going to be very hard for us to finish in the first position, and the Capital One Cup, we have already been eliminated. But in the 86th minute, things were looking like it wasn't going to happen. We weren't going to get that FA Cup glory. We weren't going to advance into the next round, as it was Walcott who crossed that one in to find Koscielny. Koscielny pushed up for that attack, and that was a great finish from Koscielny. Giroud was actually offside, so the ball did fall to Giroud. He would have been offside. But in the 90th minute, we did not give up no matter what. In the 90th minute, it's Drinkwater with the shot, only to be denied by Peter Cech, resulting in that we do have a corner. There was a bit of frustration there from Mahrez, but we do have a corner here. Could we cross it in? Could we get a header onto it? And could we level it at 2-2 and head this cup tie into a second leg, into a replay, a FA Cup replay? As you guys can see, I actually went with the short corner. It's Kante who is on the ball. He plays it to Mahrez, and as you guys can see, Mahrez tried to play it to, I think it was Albrighton inside the area, but the ball did fall to Pereira, and Pereira has smashed that one into the back of the net. He actually took a huge deflection off Koscielny, so Koscielny, from hero to, you can say, villain, it actually was a huge deflection off Koscielny. You guys could probably see it. You guys know at the end of the episode, I do show you guys some highlights of the goals from today, from each episode, and you guys can see that, but I actually didn't show it in the replay. It took a huge deflection off Koscielny. Pereira with the goal. It ends 2-2, which means, guys, we're going to a FA Cup replay. It is going to be a replay against Arsenal. Will we defeat them and go through to the next round? We have to win that game. That is a must-win game. We don't win it, we don't go through to the next round of the FA Cup. What a performance it was for my team to come back and at least salvage a goal to make it 2-2 and head this cup tie into a replay. As you guys can see, Demarai Gray, this man has actually signed for Leicester City in real life in the January transfer window. In this Cream Mode series, we're in the January transfer window, and I'm going to try and replicate real life by trying to sign him. In the comment section down below, I did have a lot of you guys suggesting me to actually go ahead and sign him. So he's the one player I want to sign. He's the one player that needs to be signed right here, right now. As I did say, there was a lot of you guys in the comment section requesting me to bring him in because he did sign for Leicester City in real life. So I am going to bring him. He's a very young player. He's a player that probably isn't going to be in our starting 11 at all for the rest of this first season. Let's see how he develops, and let's hope they can go up by a couple of overalls by the second season. He's only 19 years of age, so I'm pretty sure he has some high potential. You guys can probably let me know in the comment section down below. But as you guys can see, I will be trying to sell a few players. Where the likes of Wes Morgan, yes, he might be a leader at the club, but he's 32 years of age, so is Huth. He's 31 years of age, and I really don't want these aging players. You guys can see that I'm signing so many young players. I just signed EMBOLO to kick off today's episode. He's only about 19 years of age. I'm about to sign Gray. He's 19 years of age, so I want to bring in all these young players, and I'm loving this series, this Leicester City Cream Mode, because I am trying out all these young players, seeing how they are developing. And as you guys could tell from the gameplay wise from these videos, that my young players are playing so well, and we're playing just as well as the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea, actually beating them in the past couple of episodes. As you guys can see, there is a player who has come back from loan, 22-year-old Moore. He is a centre back. I don't know too much about him, but he's come back from his loan spell, and he's 72 overall, and he's the one player that I really believe that could come into the starting 11 centre-back position. I'm pretty sure I did mention him in the last episode. If I didn't, I'm sorry guys, but I have mentioned him now. He's a player that will be slotted into our starting 11. As you guys can see, we're taking on Spurs in the next game of today's episode, and the last time we did play Spurs, it was at the King Power Stadium, and it was a 1-0 win at home. That was the second game of the Premier League season when Okazaki did score the winning goal. We all know Okazaki has now gone to Basel. He was in the swap deal. It was actually a swap deal for all you guys that don't know. EMBOLO for Okazaki. You guys can see it's going to be Mahrez, Dyer, and EMBOLO as our attackers. Pereira, King, and inline in midfield. Schlott, Moore, Zuma, and Simpson at the back. And Kasper Schmeichel in goals for this game. In the 14th minute, we did have the first attacking opportunity as Andy King plays it through to Herrera as he takes a shot to be denied by, I think it was Michel Vorm in goals. I'm not too sure. It should be Hugo Lloris, but it might be Michel Vorm. We were denied there. But in the 36th minute, it's EMBOLO who wins the ball off Vertonghen. You guys can see the ball got played back to Vertonghen. EMBOLO with the tackle. He won the ball. And after really 25 minutes in a Leicester City kit, EMBOLO has got his first goal for the club. How insane is that? Let's hope they can pick up another goal here. In the 74th minute, ball gets played to EMBOLO. Skips around two defenders, loses the ball. Dyer receives it, plays a straight over the top ball to EMBOLO. EMBOLO's going to finish it. And in the 75th minute, we lead Tottenham Hotspur 2-0. And that is how the game is going to end. Yes, the game is going to end Tottenham Hotspur 0 at White Hart Lane. Leicester City 2. What a victory, guys. What a win in today's episode. EMBOLO picking up 2 goals. That is insane, guys. EMBOLO picking up 2 goals. What a performance from him. A 2-0 win against Spurs. Another 3 points in the Premier League. And this season is going so well. I'm so happy the way that this season is going with Leicester City. As you guys can see, we completely dominated Spurs when it did come to shots on goal. But when it did come to the possession, Spurs had 67% of the possession. We only had 33. But the main thing that counts at the end of the day is that we have 3 points and Spurs don't. As you guys can see, we're doing a contract here for Demarai Gray. So Birmingham City have accepted my transfer offer for the young man. So let's hope that we can sign him before this transfer deadline day does end. We are on transfer deadline day. And it has been quite successful January transfer window in my opinion. You guys could see right there on your screens right now. Some players have left the club. We've also brought in EMBOLO, and now Demarai Gray is the second signing in this January transfer window. 2 signings in today's episode and 2 young signings. 2 signings that will be used quite a bit in this series. As you guys can see, Gray, he's only 68 overall, but let's hope they can go through the overalls, his stats. very, very quick, because I don't know too much about him. I don't know if he grows too much or if he just stays at, say, a 70 overall. I will take a look at him actually after today's episode. I will take a look at how he does develop. But the main reason why I did sign him was because he has signed for Leicester City in real life. And you guys in the comment section down below did let me know, and you guys did want me to sign him. As we're almost sending off transfer deadline day, it's actually Bologna with the offer for Inla. And Inla's value is £4.6 million. He has been a great central midfielder for our team. Bologna have come with a £6.5 million bid, and his value is only 4.6 million. Yes, his value is only 4.6. So Bologna are giving us really 2 million more than what he is worth. I gave them a count off of 7.5 million. They've gone ahead and accepted that, and Inla has been sold to Bologna. Yes, some late transfer deadline day drama. Inla has left the club. He played so well during this first season. He didn't really get shown during the highlights because he is a midfielder, central midfielder, but he played very well when he did come to the CDM position in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, also in the 4-3-3 formation. But he has left the club. He was a very good player, and we are going to have to fill in his position very, very soon. As you guys can see, that it is a new month. We're in the month of February, and the player that will be trained for the month of February is going to be EMBOLO. He's a 77 overall. This man grows in career mode very quick. As I did say, I've used EMBOLO in my previous career modes, off camera, off YouTube, and he develops very, very quick, and he's a very impressive player, and you guys could probably see that in that game against Spurs, picking up 2 goals on his debut. Yes, 2 goals on his debut, and EMBOLO with a fantastic debut here for Leicester City. As we are heading into the final game of today's episode, it is against Arsenal in the King Power Stadium. You guys already know, we did play Arsenal earlier on in today's episode. This is in the Emirates FA Cup. So this is in the FA Cup. You guys did see earlier on in today's episode, we were down 1-0 to Arsenal. We leveled it at 1-1. We're down 2-1, and right at the end of the game, in the 90th minute, it was Pereira who came up with the goal. Heading into this game against Arsenal, it's going to be a very tight game. You guys did see the 2-2 draw. I'm starting 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Vardy and EMBOLO on top. It's Demarai Gray in the left midfield position, as Mahrez will be starting as the right midfielder. You guys can see the Arsenal side for this game. Peter checking goals. Debussy as the right back. Gabriel and Koscielny at the back, alongside Leighton Baines, who has signed for Arsenal during the January transfer window, and Danny Welbeck in the striker position, also the likes of Alexis Sanchez. But in the 3rd minute of this game, Arsenal look to get on the attack as we do receive it. It's Kante who actually loses the ball, as it's Santi Cazorla with the shot, and Kasper Schmeichel pulling off a fantastic save there to deny the Arsenal man the lead in this game. As in the 16th minute, Danny Simpson does receive the ball. The right back's going to look to play it inside to EMBOLO. EMBOLO plays it Jamie Vardy, who plays it over top to Drinkwater. The defensive midfielder has pushed up. It's Drinkwater 1-on-1 with Peter Cech, and in the 18th minute, it's Leicester City 1, Arsenal 0, and we lead Arsenal at the King Power Stadium. If the game does end at this result, we will go through to the next round of the FA Cup. What a goal from Drinkwater. What a 1-2 play really from EMBOLO, Jamie Vardy to play through Drinkwater. That was a very impressive play. As you guys can see in the 36th minute, Drinkwater does receive the ball. He is looking for his 2nd goal. Drinkwater still on the ball. Drinkwater still continuing his run. Plays it to Danny Simpson as he crosses it in, trying to find Jamie Vardy. It's Jamie Vardy who takes a shot, denied by Peter Cech from the Arsenal, do clear the ball. But in the 52nd minute, during the 2nd half, you guys can see I made a few changes. I didn't actually show it to you guys, but I did make a few changes as the ball does get played to EMBOLO here. It's EMBOLO who skips around not 2 but 3 defenders, makes his way onto goal. But I did show you guys that highlight because EMBOLO really had nowhere to go, somehow made some space, and almost made it Leicester City 2, Arsenal 0, and they would have secured our spot in the next round of the FA Cup. But before this game did end, in the 81st minute, it was a actual goal kick by Kasper Schmeichel. The ball fell to Drinkwater as he crossed it in, trying to find Demarai Gray. He takes a shot, denied by Peter Cech. The ball falls out to Riyad Mahrez as he plays it inside to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy with the shot, and in the 84th minute, it is Leicester City 2, Arsenal 0. You guys can probably tell what I'm about to say right now. We're going through to the next round of the FA Cup. We have eliminated Arsenal at the King Power Stadium. In my opinion, guys, we were even lucky to be in this position. We should have been eliminated. We should have been done. We should have been out of the FA Cup at the Emirates. It was 2-1 in the 90th minute. Pereira scored a late equaliser. Somehow, we scored the goal. It was a huge deflection off Koscielny. Thank you, Koscielny, for the deflection. We've come to King Power Stadium. We've beaten Arsenal 2-0. Guys, that is how we're going to wrap up today's episode. Go ahead and click that like button, drop a comment down below, and also subscribe. Thank you guys so much for supporting this series, and I'll see you all on my next video.